Okay, I think this time it goes. Please wait a moment. Okay, you can start right now.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us live today. My name is Sakan Tim. I live in the state of Washington. First, I would like to give my homage respect to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. So this is the first time we are launching this program. And the purpose of this live platform is, number one, it's going to be in English version so that everyone can understand, especially our younger generations. And second, it is open for anyone who has questions about the Buddha, his teachings, practices, and how we all can utilize his practices to overcome our struggles each day. And so in third, all answers will be based on Buddhism view, which is like metta, which is universal love, kindness, all universal being. And so this program will be live on Sunday, 7 p.m. here in Seattle time, and 9 a.m. in Monday in Cambodia. So we take questions from everyone within our community and across the globe who is curious about Buddhism's teaching and how it can be used to practice in our daily living. Each show, we will choose questions that are closely related to the same subject category, and we'll discuss them during the live platform. So we also take questions during live session, and we'll try to answer it towards the end when time allows us. So otherwise, it will be answered on the next session. So for today's discussion, for example, it is about difficult relationship with our parents, both abusive and non-abusive, difficulty dealing with an abusive wife and or husband. So, and how can we overcome these struggles so that we can have balanced lifestyle? I am here live with our most venerable Monopito Sok TV, who is the founder of Dhamma Life, currently residing in the state of Washington. Dhamma Life's goal is to aim at promoting social harmony and peace through the teaching of Enlightened One. So Venerable Soktivi has earned a master's degree in philosophy in Sri Lanka. He spent numerous hours preparing and teaching many people online about what the Buddha taught and the Buddha, his life and teachings. He also created and published a book called Dhamma Terminology in Khmer, Bali, Romanized, Bali, Khmer in English. And so, without further ado, I would like to give my respect to Monique Puto, Benwa Sok TV, before we begin our first question.
Thank you, Sister Sakon, for helping out with this project due to the request of many young people around our community who do not speak Khmer and understand Khmer. So they have requested us to host the English version Q&A, questions and answers in English version, so that they can understand and learn more about the teachings of the Buddha, as well as in relation with the Khmer tradition. As we see that many young generation approach the temple, but without having gained knowledge about what the Buddha taught because of the language barrier. They do not speak Khmer and understand Khmer. So it is also the missing point from our Sangha community because of the language incapability. So that is why no matter how much I am busy. I try my best to get this program done for the sake of many people who do not speak Khmer and understand Khmer. So here it is the program. It's the first day that we start doing this live show, and hopefully we can get more younger generation to join and ask questions which relates around Buddhism and also the Khmer tradition, especially about coming to the temples, what should we behave and we do during the time we come to the temple, how should one prepares before coming to the temple, and so forth. So today is a special day that we have come up with this program, and we will see what are the questions that Sister Sakon have got from the community so far. Okay.
Oh yes. So we have three questions for you today. So the first question is, if someone treated you so badly and told you, this is your karma, then mentality, you learn to accept it for a long while. However, they continue to do bad actions towards you and you get fed up. So you decided to take a revenge. Then they told you not to do that because you will create more bad karma. Will they have bad karma too for all the actions they did? That's our first question.
Yeah, for sure. If people commit bad action, no matter what people or what kind of beings they create evil action towards, but from the Buddhist point of view, when a person acts with a evil mind, wicked mind, full of impurities and harm towards another beings, of course, this will result a bad consequence, either in this life or in the life after. So there is no excuse for the bad action done. In the same way, with the good action done, there is no excuse. If a person, volitionally commits action, bad or good, this constitutes as a karma. If it produced out of good intention, volition, then it constitutes as a good karma, which result in good consequence, happy life, and pleasurable achievement. And on the other hand, if people volitionally commit a bad action out of evil, unwholesome state of mind, then the consequence will follow as a bad result as well in the same way without any excuse. So with this quote that I have pointed out, the questioner could understand that whatever one does, one will get that result without any excuse, whether you harm to a animal or human beings, any living beings, because we all want to be happy, want to be free from harm. But if you harm others, and then you will get a bad result. And for us, if we are harmed by others, it doesn't mean that we necessarily need to respond them with with evil action, with hatred, because that's not the way to solve the problem. When you want to solve problem in response to those evil people who have done bad deed towards you, who have harmed you in any way, either through verbal attack, physical harm, or mental harm. So the most important thing that the Buddha taught is that you should try to be kind and compassionate to all beings without any revenge, ill will, anger, aversion toward those who have harmed you in any ways. And that is how the best way one should respond according to the teachings of the Buddha, because hatred does not cease by hatred. Anger does not cease by anger, but by love alone does it cease. This is the teaching of the Buddha.
Thank you. So no matter what, revenge is not a good thing, right? So if we harm or we take intent to harm, then then we will get that evil actions back, either here in the future, or either at the present moment or at the future. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So we have our second questions for you. The old saying says a mother can support and provide necessary survival needs for her own 10 children. However, on the contrary, we as her 10 children wasn't able to do it. For example, I tried so hard to please my mother every day. However, I find it difficult to satisfy her. No matter how hard I tried, she still was not happy. I felt the more I tried, the more she does things that will aggravate me, which made me have unpleasant feeling towards her. Would this be a karma action, and how can I overcome this?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and very very deep to be able to deal as well. According to what I can catch up with the question, it depends on the real situation, because I am not the one who experienced this situation, so I might not be able to understand the complete situation where you face with your mother, how your mother react negatively towards your good intention, no matter how much you have tried to please her. But it made me curious to even know that what are some good behaviors or good intention that you have tried to please your mother. So if I could exactly know your exact manners and behavior, that would help me to answer better. But anyway, since you are not here in the live show, I could just provide the answer according to my understanding. Anyway, if we truly apply the teaching of the Buddha in our daily life, there are so many good suttas that the Buddha taught about the gratitude and good qualities of the parents. And no matter if she hate you or you don't like the way she reacts with you, but she's still your mother, she's still your mom, who at least have given you the birth, a life to live in this world. Without this gratitude from the very beginning, you will not be able to live to see the world today as you are. Therefore, the best response to this situation is trying to remind yourself that you should be grateful for what your mother has given to you, especially the life and the time that she have brought you up to be who you are today. Without her loving kindness, her sublime states of Dhamma, Brahma Vihara, 4 kinds of Brahma Vihara, I'm sure you cannot live until today. So if we just take these points to consider, then you will feel more ease and comfortable even while facing the way she reacts to you in a negative way that you don't want to see it. But if we just reflect on this good gratitude that your mother has been giving to you from the day you born until now, then you feel more like grateful for what you have. So, I mean, don't expect much thing from your mother, from your parents, because they already have given you so much, especially the life that I was expressing about. So we should be satisfied no matter if our mother does not behave the way we want it to be, but at least you still have a mother. Look at some of those people who have no parents anymore, like myself. I feel sometimes like I am very unfortunate when I am able to do everything that should be done to my parents, but that time they already left me. So I feel like unlucky person, you know. When they were still alive, I could not do things that I want to have them because of poverty, because of I was too young, too little to know things. So that is why you should appreciate comparing with this kind of situation. From my experience, you are still very more fortunate and lucky to still be able to, you know, serve your parents, serve your mother, stay with your mother, support them and care, give them the love that they deserve. I think that's very much I can say for right now. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have one of our last question here. And anyone in the audience, if you'd like to put some comments in or like to ask a question, you're welcome to. And so this is our last questions for you, Venerable Soktivi.
Yeah.
How should one deal with an abusive parent and or wife or husband?
Abusive. Okay. How should one deal with abusive parents, abusive wife, or abusive husband?
Yes.
According to my personal experience, I have witnessed the situation where a husband abused the wife aggressively, sometimes by physically harming his wife, especially when that person get drunk because he consume alcohol. And some people, they use drugs and they may harm their relatives or family as well. I have witnessed that kind of situation long time ago, and I truly believe that the best way to respond to the abusive people is not to confront them directly. Why I'm saying this? You know, when a person is abusing us, that time the state of the mind is boiled with anger, with dosa, ill will. Therefore, if we confront them directly by replying back with a bad words or angry words, that only to double the problems, that only adding more fuel to the fire. And that's not the good way to respond to the abusive people. So we should respond wisely, and we should, you know, take some time to respond, not just directly respond at time when those abusive people are, you know, cursing you, putting blames on you, or, you know, using some bad activity. But you may have another way, many other ways to deal with that situation as well. Like, you know, nowadays, according to the constitution of each country, the people have the right to freedom, right to be free from harm, violence. So you should also act according to the constitution, the law of that community that you live in. You may report the violence or abusive manners to the authority. Of course, in America, we see that the case of violence have been subsided gradually because the law here is very effective, and not just from different people who have been reported to the authority, but even within the family themselves. If there is any case where any family member harmed or abused any member of the family, so they can be sued to the court as well, even with your own relatives, you know, your own siblings. And that way we all have been protected by the laws and government constitution that can protect us from abusive manner. And that is one way to respond. Another way, we should talk, bring the situation to have a mutual discussion. You know, if the problems of the family happen, that problem should be solved within our family first and foremost. Do not spread it outside the family, because when people hear it, yeah, they only criticize and, you know, put the blame, and we feel ashamed to other people, you know, because our family keeps having problem. Therefore, one of the best way to respond to abusive manner from our, you know, family members, husband or wife or parent, I think we should, you know, get together and talk the problems, bring the problems on the table, and let's have a mutual discussion. Talk with loving kindness, cares, and love and concern towards one another. Not simply talk out of anger or hatred towards one another, because that's not gonna solve the problem. So I think this is the best way to solve the family problem, is to have a group, have a family discussion, mutual discussion, trying to find the cause of the problem, and why you do this to me, and why do you abuse me in such a manner. Sometimes it could be from misunderstanding that yeah, the people behaved. So to avoid misunderstandings within the family, one should often talk the problems to each other face to face, and having mutual understanding, trying to get well together by sharing what one has in the mind, not hiding secret from the family, because that way it will generate more problems, and violence can result out of the misunderstanding and some secret that the family hides from one another. So that is my short explanation. Thank you.
Thank you. So what if they decided to, they wanted to talk things over, but things didn't work out, families trying to help each other, but nothing worked. So I guess the next thing is to take the actions, right? Report it.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay. So our time is up. Thank you so much, Venerable Soktevi. And I don't think we have any questions from our audience, but we do have some other questions for you for our next session. So this week was just basically with family related questions, and so was in the same category. That's why we decided to put it all in these 3 questions for you. And so please, audience, welcome to leave any comments for us, or if there's any things, recommendations on this platform, go ahead and put that on for us so we can do better for the next session. And thank you for joining us live, and thank you, Venerable Soktevi, and Metta be with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.